Your matter is living today. Do you know what Jesus is waiting? For somebody to talk. For somebody to talk. Can you turn to your neighbor, so talk my matter, talk my matter? Because when you talk my matter, Jesus will stop it. If you don't know who to talk about, talk my matter. When you talk my matter, he will step in. That's how he comes in. When they talk, he comes in. Hey, can you tell a neighbor, talk my matter? So that Jesus will step in. Don't trouble yourself again because of what people are saying. Tell a neighbor, talk my matter. God never answered Hannah until Peninnah talked her matter. Am I communicating? It was when she talked her matter that God stepped in. I'm striving, I'm succeeding. I'm striving, I'm succeeding. When they criticize you, they will increase your size. When they criticize you, they increase your size. Tell your neighbor, talk my matter. For everyone who mocked you, ridiculed you 10 times, God will reply them. For everyone who talked against you, ridiculed you, mocked you 10 times, God will reply them. There are angels on this service, angels present in this service. There are angels present in this service. Anything that makes people to laugh at you, to mock you, hear me very well. Today marks an end. Today marks an end and a beginning of your testimony. If you believe that, stand up and shout your amen loud. Shout your amen loud. Shout your amen loud. Shout your amen loud. Anything that made them to mock you, to laugh at you, on this altar, God will reply them. And Jesus replied, you can see that it is not good to give children food to dogs. You read that place. Jesus replied, it is not good to give children food to dogs. Ask your neighbor, are you a dog? He said, Jesus replied, it is not good to give children's food to a dog. But the question you ask, are you a dog? We will know and we'll handle it here. Isaiah 56 verse 11. Isaiah 56 verse 11. Isaiah 56 verse 11. If you are greedy, 56 verse 11. If you are greedy, yea, they are greedy dogs which can never have enough, and they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his water. If you are greedy, the Bible sees you as a dog. A woman will have one necklace, very powerful, and she's going for an occasion. She will go and take another one on credit. She has not used the one she bought, just because she went outside and saw somebody outside with a new one, and she said if she doesn't buy that one, problem. People will be waiting for you. You are outside as a man, about to enter car. He said, take me, I'm not putting on this thing again. You have 50 shoes, 120 shoes. Let me break it down so you understand. 120 shoes, pairs of shoes. And your neighbor, your friend, your brother that stays with you does not have one. Does not have one. There was a young man those days. In Lagos here. He's late. He's not alive now. Those days, he was working in a very good company. He was making lots of money. He had no room. He had no room. He was living in somebody's wastewater, squatting with somebody, and they sent him out. He got money from the company because that company, if you work there, they will take you to that department. You work for 1 year in that department. That 1 year you can make anything. I don't want to mention the name. What he did, the first thing he did was to buy a car, and they have sent him out of the house. He didn't have a place to stay. He went and bought brand new car, BMW then, and packed all his clothes and put in the boot. Every night he'll be sleeping inside the boot. As he comes out, he said, "Oh my God, look at the new shoe." He had over 110. He bought them on Saturdays in another person's compound. He will come out from the car, early morning he will take his bath, line up his shoes on the street. Line up the shoes from here to almost the road. He will look at them and say, "Hey, they belong to me." And his neighbors did not have. I know one person there because I was there who had no one, and he didn't give them one. That was what he was doing. The parents had no room where they were living. No room. Until somebody gave them one room. He did not have one, but he was using one of the best cars he bought. Everything he needed in this life was shoes. He lined them up until he lost everything in 1 week. Hear me very well. There is something God is about to do. But your riches gain, you will count but lost. And you will pour contempt on all your pride. Because God is going to give you everything. And when he gives you everything, know that he's the one. Just know that he's the one. Know that he's the one. There is absolutely nothing he cannot give to you. I don't know what you're lacking. You feel happy that your husband is trekking, and he bought a new car for you. You say, "Love, love." Which love? Your husband treks from here to Maryland every morning, and he bought car for you because he said if he does not buy car for you to use from here to bus stop here, that there will be no peace in this house. And the man has gone to borrow money to buy car you're using to bus stop. And every morning you watch him trek. He said, "Honey, I love you, I love you." That is no love. Oh. And he's trekking to Maryland. You told him no peace until he buys a car for you to be using to get to bus stop because your friends have car. There is no love. You are a dog. The Bible says if you are greedy, whatever you have now is enough. Whatever you don't have now is not yet time. Whatever you have now is enough. Whatever you don't have now is not yet time. Follow Jesus. He will give you everything. No one is a failure who seeks to do God's will. No one is a failure who seeks to do God's will. He does not disappoint. He does not fail. Do you know there are people you borrow money from, and they are almost half demon? Your life will not be the same again. There are people, even those that do business here, who borrow money. Not everybody should borrow money from. I'm not saying go and borrow, but I'm saying if you must do business, it's not everywhere you should take money from. Because there are some people, they have covenanted the money that once it gets into you or into your hand, you can't pay for it. You will see money to go until they take that thing they use as collateral. That's where they are targeting. So you need to be very careful. Philippians chapter 3 verse 2. The Bible says, beware of dogs. Philippians 3:2, beware of dogs. Another version says, beware of religious pretenders, busybodies. The Bible calls them silly. In this service, as God answers you, he will reply all your attackers. He's going to answer you. I say he's going to answer you. As he answers you, he will reply all your attackers. He will reply all those who have been fighting against you. God told me there are people in this service with poisonous substance inside them. Poisonous substance inside them. They will vomit them out today. They will leave their bodies today. He said, in this service, they are here with poisonous substance. Forget about your experience. I want you to focus on your expectation. Forget about your experience. What you are going through now is experience. But I want you to focus on what? Your expectation. Never speak your experience. Speak your expectation. Never speak your experience. Do not speak what you are going through. Speak where you are going to. You want to stand for an office, and everybody is fighting you. It's as if you have no hope. Don't speak your experience. Speak your expectation. Say, whether they like it or not, I will be there. Whether they like it or not, I am the right person. I will occupy that office. Don't speak your experience. It doesn't matter the number of people that are fighting you. Do you know it does not take Jesus anything to turn all of them to favor you? Just enough. Vashti and Queen Esther. It was just a moment. Vashti made a mistake. Esther took over. Something special is about to happen in your life. If you want children, after today's service, go and buy clothes for the number of children you want. You want children? After today's service, go and buy clothes for the number of children you have. If possible, you start paying tithe on their head. You know, the joke of a prophet is prophecy. And when we speak and smile, heaven honors. The doctors may tell you that there is a cancer in your system. Never confess your experience. Confess what? Your expectation. They may tell you there is a cancer in your system. Don't confess experience. Confess your expectation. The landlord may give you quick notice. You must leave my house. You must leave my house. And you left it and came to church. You are afraid to go back. Don't worry. Never confess. Never confess your experience. Confess your what? Expectation. Don't confess your experience. Confess your expectation. Doctors say your tube is blocked. Fallopian tubes, they are blocked. Never confess your experience. Confess your expectation. They made a promise to you. They are going to help you. And it is time to help you. You have been calling them. Nobody's answering you.